Hey yo, this is Your Design Pro. Welcome to this episode of Revit. In this episode, I'm going to show you how we can model this very nice looking building in Revit using massing and site. For those who are unfamiliar with massing and site, this is the magic it does. You need to learn a lot on massing and site so that you can do this within less than an hour. This is work which can take someone for over a week to just come up with this, but if you're okay with massing and site, trust me, you can produce this within less than an hour. We are going to create something like this. I'll show you how we do these shots, and at the same time how you adjust the shots. But before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, as it helps me grow the channel, and at the same time to turn on your notifications for the daily updates. So let us dive into the design. So let us start right away with the model. It looks so complicated, but I'm pretty sure we shall eventually come up with it. So I'm going to start by opening a new project. So I'll come under models, I'll come to new, then project. I'm going to go click on the browse under English. I'm going to choose default metric. I used to use metric because of our metric units. I'm going to use millimeters. So I'll say okay. So this is the project template. This is our level 1. I'll start by creating reference planes. So I'll come to reference plane. I'm going to create my first and second. Then I'll name this as let me call it plane 1. Plane 1. And I'll name this plane 2. I'll say okay. Then I'll come back to my elevations. I'll choose an elevation. Let me open the south elevations. I'm going to add on the levels. So I'm going to create similar to this. CS, that is for creating similar. Then I'm going to pick lines. Let it be 4 meters as well. So I'll pick this up. Pick this again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me put it up like 5. And this is okay. Most times when you add your levels, you find out they are not active. On the floor plans here, it is actually ending on level 2. That's why it is highlighted black. They are supposed to look like this. So what do? You come here to view. You click on view. Then floor plans, you drop down. You click on floor plan. When you click on it, it will bring those levels which are not showing. So you simply highlight all of them. So they will become active in the floor plan project browser. So let me go back to my level 1. I'm going to create a mass. So I'll come in massing and site. I'll click massing and site. I'm going to show mass. Then in place mass, I can leave this as mass 1, or you can give it a name. I'll say okay. Then I'm going to choose a circle. So I'm going to choose this. Actually, when you bring your cursor next to this, it automatically selects the plane. So that means we are working on the plane of level 1. It has already selected that plane. So let me have my circle at 10 meters. I'll say okay. Then I'll come in 3D. This is the mass I've created. So after clicking on it, I can come here and create form. I'll go with the first option. Then for the height, actually let me adjust the height from the elevation. Let it move up to the level 6. And I'll lock this. I come back to 3D. I finish this mass. Let me change this to fine. Then this I can leave it in hidden lines still. and I'll come back to any elevation. Let me choose the south elevation, and I'll click on this mass. I'll double click on it, then I'll come and choose the spline line. I'll click on the spline line tool. Then under the planes, I'm going to drop down. I'm going to choose plane 1 that I had created. So I'll say OK. When you bring your cursor near, it will highlight the plane that you had selected. So I'm going to have my shape somewhere here. So I'll create this shape. So I'll come and close this up. But you get errors when you close it direct from here, since it is a spline line. So I'll come here, choose this one, the start end radius arc. I'll click on it, then come and finish with that. Hope it's joining properly. Endpoint. Yeah, you can have something like that. And I'll come to 3D still. Yeah, I'll select all of this. I'm going to create form still. I'm going to create a solid form. Then I can cut this or move this all around. When I come to this face, I also cut it. So I have something like that. I press tab so that I select the whole mass. I can copy just in case, because I'm going to delete it but may need to use it after. So I will just click on copy. It's already copied. Yeah, so I'm going to make this one a void form. So I'll simply come to the property palette under identity data, solid stroke void. I want to make this a void. I'll make it a void. Then I finish. So I have something like this. Next, I'll need to create those vertical slanting wood patterns. Yeah, you may call them claddings. I'll simply come, click on the mass. Come under architecture, curtain system. I'll click on it. Then I'll come here under edit. I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to call this slanting wood. That is okay. I'll say okay. Then under grid 1, I'm going to put the spacing to 300. Then for the grid 2, we simply don't need this. Then under grids, under interior type, we can use the 150 millimeter, the rectangular ones. Even here we can use the same 150. Can go with that. Yeah, this is okay for now. Apply, I say okay. So I'll choose this, hold on tab, I choose this face as well. Then I'm going to create system. So we shall create the supports which act as our construction. Those will be, actually when you click on this system, then you edit type, where there's grid 2, where you put none. Now we shall put them, and then we space them accordingly. Those will act as our construction, because remember, we cannot have this slanting facade without the support. Yeah, but we shall do that later. That's after putting the floors and walls. So I can first just say okay for now. So next I'll need to create another mask still, that is for the wall. I'll come still on the level 1. Then under masking and sites, I'm going to choose another mask, in place mask. I click on it. I'll leave this as mask 2. I'll say okay. I'll come to the circle still, and I'll have this at, the other one was 10 meters. So I can leave this at, I can leave an offset of 500. So this would be 9,500. Press enter. Now come to 3D. I'll click on this. I'm going to create it as a solid form. Create solid form. And let me go to the elevation so that I can move it up. Click on this. I'll move it up to this level. Come back to 3D. I'll say okay. Yeah, this is the second mass that I'm having. So next I'll need to create the floors. I'll simply click on the mass, come to mass floors. I highlight all of these ones. After ticking level 1, and I'll tick up to level 6, just like that. I'll say okay. So you can see it has created the floors. Next I'll need to give the thickness to our created slabs under massing. So I'll first click in space, click on massing and site, then select floors, and I'll come and highlight all the floors, edit, duplicate. I'll name this, let me give it a thickness of 250 millimeter floor slab. I'll say okay. Edit the material, I'll give this 250 the thickness. Then for the material you can still give it a material, but we can go with the default one, that is by category. You say okay, apply okay, then you create the floor. So we shall have our created floors with their thickness just like that. The next thing we need to do, we need to create another mass that is for the roof. We are going to create a dome shaped roof. So I'll come to the elevation still. Yeah, but to be able to draw it properly, I'll need to first hide some things in the elevations. I'm going to do it from the elevations. So let me highlight everything in the elevations. I come and filter. This is the filter tool. I'll click on it. Then I'll first check none. Come tick the curtain panels, curtain grids, curtain system, curtain millions, floors, levels. I need to see the levels, the mass flow. I need that. The reference planes, I need them. Yeah, so I can apply. I say okay, then come here. I'm going to hide this. I'm going to hide the elements. This one is still on. I can simply click on it, right click, come and hide. So I've hidden it. I can move this plane up somewhere here. So under massing and site, in place mass, I can leave this as mass 3, or I will name it as roof. I say okay. Come draw my lights. Pick a plane. I'm going to choose plane 1. I'll say okay. Have this maybe at 5 meters. Somewhere there. I'm going to use the start end radius arc to curve this part up there. Something like that. Then I'll draw another one to close this up. After that, I'll need to create a reference line since I'm going to revolve this. So I'll create a reference line here. The reference line, you come and click here, then you create it. So I'll need to come highlight this reference line, at the same time highlight the model lines. So I hold on to the control key, I click on them, I come and create form. You have created that dome. When I come in 3D, this is the dome that I've created. I simply come finish it. So I'll need to divide the surface. I can double click on the mass, then it activates the editing mode. So I come select this mass, I hold on to control, I select this one as well, then I divide the surface. Yes, after dividing the surface, I will need to create a nice pattern for it. So I can first finish this I say okay. So I'll come under file. I'm going to create a new family, still under English. I go back, I come choose English. Now I'm going to look for this metric curtain panel pattern based. Click on that, it will open. So this is what it shows. So I'll first create a node that is a point element along this reference line so that I have a curved panel. Yeah, that will be our module on the roof. So I'll come pick this point element, I'll click on it, then I put it somewhere here. I set this as a work plane. So I'm going to have a small circle around it. So having selected this as my work plane, I can have the radius at 100 so that the diameter is 200. So this is 100. Enter. Then after escape, I'll click on it, hold on to the control key on the keyboard. I select also this, and I'll create a form. This will be the form created. Then also as well, I'll need also for the glass. And I'll come here under the visual style. I'll have to first change it to wireframe so that I can only select the reference planes. So I'll click on them. I'm going to create form, and I can go with this first option, this first one, which enables me edit the height. So I want the thickness of our panel for the glass panel to be 100. So I'll have this side, actually let it be 50 thickness. So I have this as 25. I say okay. I have something like that. Then next I'll need to give material. So press on tab, I click on this. I'm going to create a new material parameter. So I'll simply come here under material by category, then I'll click this last part which has associate family parameter. I'll simply click on that, then I'm going to create a new. I'll name this material 1, material 1, then I say okay. Then now I have also to select the inside part, that is for the panel. I press on tab, it is this one, select on it, under material still, I just click on this, and I'll name this as material 2. I say okay, then okay. Then now I have to assign the exact materials of our roof. So I'll come under the family types, I'll simply click on it. Then under materials, material 1, remember that one is for our million. I'm going to create a new material. Come here to default material, right click. I'm going to rename this. I'll rename it as metal. Definitely it's going to be metal. Then under appearance, I'll click on this. Come under appearance library, I double click on that folder, and I look for metal. Metal is right here. I can choose any metal that I want. I can go with, let me go with this. Simply click on that to activate it. I go with this, apply, then okay. Then under material 2, I'll still drop down. I'm going to create a new material. Right click, rename. I'll name this as my glass. Since we already have glass, I'm not going to have the same spelling. Yeah, but I know this is going to represent my glass. Under appearance still, I'll come here, double click on appearance library. Then I check under glass, glazing. I can click on any glass. Let me go with this blue single plane. I activate it from there, escape this, apply, OK. Apply, OK. You can either first save the family type, that is when maybe you want to use it in other projects, or you can just load it direct. For me, I'm just going to load it direct into my project. I'll come here, load it into the project. I'll come under 3D. Anyway, this 3D is already loaded in the project. Then I'll come, edit in place, click on my shape, my dome roof shape. After selecting that, I come here where there is no panel. I'll simply drop. It is this family type 1. I'll simply click on that. Then I'll have my panel like that. So I'll take this. So next, what I want to create, I'll create part of this mask to be a wall. Then the entrance side to have still curtain wall. So I'm going to do the same. I come under masking and site, a wall. When I click on the wall, I can edit this one. Let it be 250, 250. Okay. Edit type, change this to 250. Then for the material, you can change that if you want. For now, I can just leave it at that. I'll say OK, apply, OK. I come pick this. Yeah, when you check closely, this is a wall. You can put this in shaded. You will see it will become a wall. So now I want to make this a curtain wall. So I'm going to do the same. I'll come here, masking and site, curtain system. I'm going to edit the type. So I'll duplicate this. I'll call this maybe storefront 2. Storefront. Before that, I think we already have a storefront here. It's not there, is this one. Anyway, I'll go with this. I'll duplicate this. I'll call this storefront. And I say OK. Under grid 1, that's for the vertical grids. So this is a spacing. I can give this, let me give it 1.5. I'm going to take this box for adjusting the million size. Then for the grids, that is the horizontal grids, grid 2, fixed distance, 1.5 is okay. I can adjust. Then the grid millions, let me give this the rectangular ones. I think I should give all of them rectangular. Go with this 50. And grid 2 the same. Apply, okay. And I simply come, select this. I come create system. So it has created that curtain wall system. Yeah, we are almost there. Anyway, this also looks cool. Having the glass inside, then having those aluminium panels sloping downwards. Yeah, but initially we want to create the wooden panels. So we are going to edit and change these ones to wood. If you don't want the glass, you can remove it as well. Yes, next, what I can do here, I want to change this into wood. But see it clearly. Let's go back to shaded. So I want to turn these slanting panels. I'm going to give them a material wood. Yeah, because initially that was the intention of this video. But then if you want it to be aluminium like this, you can leave, which still looks pretty cool. Yes, so let us do that. So I'll come under families. I click on the plus. Then I'll look for curtain wall mullions. They are right here. I will expand that. Then that is the triangular mullions that we're using. I'll click on that. So this 50 by 150 is the one that we have been using. I'll click on it, right click. Then I'm going to duplicate. This one I'm going to call it 50. by 50 wood. So after naming it as wood, I come right click on it, then click on type properties. I'm going to change the material from here. I'll simply come drop down. I'm going to create a new material. Right click, rename it. I'll name it as wood. Then I add appearance. I come double click on appearance library. I look for wood. I can go with this wood beach. Yep. I replace that. And I close this. I apply. I say okay. Apply. Okay. Yep. So I'll come click on my panel. You save the project. Facade. No. So I'll come click on this. And I edit type. I'm going to change that wood. For the grid one, I'm going to change it to this wood. I'm going to do the same. Wood. Then wood, apply. Okay. Let me put this in realistic. We see if we can see the exact wood. Yes, from here, you can see the exact wood. Then also for the glass up, you can see it as the glass material that we gave. Yeah, I think this is pretty looking nice. If you want to add maybe an entrance door somewhere here, you are going to come click on this grid line. I'll add or remove segments. I'm going to remove this segment. Then I'm going to also select this grid. Select that grid, add stroke remove. I'll remove this, assuming I want an entrance somewhere there. So I have to insert here a curtain door. So you look into your libraries and look for that curtain door. In this space created, this is where I'm going to have my double curtain door. So I'll come, actually me I like loading it direct. So I come here under my libraries. My libraries are right here. I come libraries, metric libraries. I'm going to choose those. Yes, this is where I think I have the curtain door. Yes, it is right here. So I can simply just drag this into my project. So it's already loaded into my project. So I'll simply come, put my cursor right here. Click on the tab key till it selects that panel. I'll click on it, come here, choose this curtain door. So I have my curtain door just somewhere right there. Oh yes, this is really beautiful. Yeah, it's really cool. It has finally come out. Yeah, it's high giving. Yeah, next I'll need, actually let me first hide the mask so that it doesn't confuse us. I'll click on that. I hide the mask so we cannot see the overlaps that we have been seeing. Yes, now let me take a shot. I'll come to the level 1. I'll need to place my camera somewhere here. I take a very nice shot. I adjust this. Let me have it at that. This is like ice cream. Okay, give this fine. Realistic. Then graphics. I'm going to cast some shadows. Smooth edges. I'm going to remove these edges. I come cast shadow. Lighting. I'll increase some lights. Then for the shadow, I can reduce it maybe to 20. Apply. Then the background, I'm going to go with the gradient. The sky color, I'm going to choose blue. I make it lighter, I apply, then say okay. Can adjust this, so we have something like this. So for rendering, the shortcut is RR. I type RR on the keyboard. I don't want to show the region, so I'll set for the settings 600. Then this is okay. Sun artificial. Adjust exposure. The saturation, I can reduce it to 0.5. Then the white point, I can put it in 5K. And for the shadow, I make sure I reduce my shadow. Yes, I say okay. Okay. I start rendering. So we shall wait for this to render. It will take some small time. Yes, this is the render Revit has decided to give me. Yeah, but it's okay. We can go with this. Okay. So for the picture, it's actually more cooler than the render. Yep. So basically, this is how we do this. This is how you can come up with this model. Yeah, thank you for watching this episode, and I hope you learned something. Watch out for the next episodes, and please don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel for more tutorials, and also at the same time to turn on your notifications for the daily updates. Thank you. Stay blessed.